And there we go again. The second best of two, or rather two-game series, because such a thing like best of two doesn't exist. Either way, Cafeteria Fraiche, Ukraine Fresh guys again, and Vodka Dotka on the other side. Kompas Gaming here in the Joint Dota League Season 3 Division 2 Europe. And to be honest, I'm positively impressed by Cafeteria Fraiche. Like, they put up a hell of a fight in both games. Game 1 was super exciting. Game 2, it was one-sided for a very long time, for approximately 25 minutes. We expected that outcome. Chile really, yeah, they here and there some signs of life, but never really any chance of seriously coming back. There was always buybacks in the background that could prevent any counter push whatsoever. The Husker pick, it was brave, but it didn't really work out. Either way, my name is HeflaTV, and casting with me is Mr. Michael Lors.
Hey, how you doing? Cafeteria fresh off their victory. Huh? No, okay, they're fresh off their victory in KPG. I don't think they've played today, so Cafeteria, they're a little bit more warmed up, and they're going to first pick the Razor, someone who was banned out in the previous series completely. But yeah, I don't think many people gave Cafeteria Fresh a lot of faith in the last set. I mean, everyone was saying that Chili Willy was going to win. At least that's what I thought everyone was saying. They're going to be going up against Kompas, and I've seen Kompas play once. I'm pretty sure I saw them get 0-2'd though, so hard to analyze if this matchup is going to how it's going to flow. But from what I've seen of Cafeteria Fresh, Kompas Gaming have a large hill to climb.
Yep, absolutely. And well, Kompas Gaming, by the way, like a team that impressed me more than once, actually. They don't have the biggest. How can I say this? Like I'm trying to find kind words because I'm always sometimes viewers tell me I'm too negative. Hefla, you're too negative. No, but they're not very no. Okay. I have to start this again. There's sometimes, at least for a month or so, they're very consistent in performance, but sometimes they also show like a huge drop, and this is not based on stand-ins whatsoever. But the first time I saw them was in when we casted the Starlighter Pro, an amateur league. That was the first time I actually noticed Kompas Gaming as like a team that really has a chance. They're only against Russian opponents, but still, like I saw the potential. And then of course they were in the JDL, and they're so much better than like 4 months ago. And since then, sometimes they have like pretty impressive games, but then again, they remind me a bit of the early Power Rangers, you know, this up and down, this permanent roller coaster of performance, and that's what I'm always scared about. But then again, in this matchup here, like at least on paper, Kompas Gaming is the favorite, but judging by the last two games we saw, Cafeteria Fraiche, they have the potential to beat them, for sure.
It's almost characteristic of Russian Dota to be inconsistent. Like even all the pro teams, there's going to be a team that performs pretty well most of the time, but sometimes they just drop the ball really hard. KPG though, going to open up with Skywrath Mage and then second picking the Invoker. So possibly giving permission to Cafeteria Fresh to pick up the likes of the Faceless Void after the Razor pick won't be terrible for them.
Yep, absolutely. And Void, it has to be picked or has to be banned. And I don't know, with this setup, to be honest, Kompas Gaming, the Invoker is not that popular anymore. So I think the Invoker might have been worth to delay into the third or fourth pick and get the Void combo. Scarab Mage Void, just like that, because you have the first picks, you can do that, and Cafeteria didn't ban it. And then later, like nobody is at the moment banning the Invoker. Even the Invokers make it even through the second ban stage. So Kompas Gaming, they put the emphasis here on the Invoker, which is, yeah, interesting to say the least. So Void is the logical conclusion, and yes, Cafeteria, as we speak about it, there it is. Void being banned and Earthshaker being picked.
Invoker as an early pickup, it's not exactly a huge build around me hero. There aren't many strategies that feature Invoker as the centerpiece, so yeah, he could probably be picked up for fourth, maybe even fifth pick, unless they really choreograph the fact that they want the Invoker. But for now, the second ban phase is going to commence. Two powerhouse heroes in the Faceless Void and the Tidehunter are going to be banned out from Cafeteria Fresh and Kompas Gaming. With the Pugna ban out, I don't think they were really expecting any pushing, but Pugna is really, really good versus Skywrath Mage is pretty good against Invoker as well. So it would be a hero that Cafeteria Fresh could go for and then absolutely get that destructive one-to-one counter from that hero. Tinker as well, so KPG probably looking for a little bit of pushing off of this Invoker. Maybe Forge Spirit's going to play a big role.
Yeah. Like, I mean, Invoker is not the best pusher, obviously, but the Force Spirit could be a nice element to add some units in it. We have no Nature's Prophet, which means Arasta. Arasta would of course be a very strong target, like then later with a Blink Dagger. Earthshaker would die really fast if you get really the jump on him with a Hex and then Shackles, for example. So the Rasta is, in my opinion, a really good choice for either team at the moment. Like, I can imagine a Rasta on both teams. Rasta is always an overall good hero. You have the Mass Serpent Ward, you have the Disable, add a Shock there for the Magical Burst. Let's see who picks him up first. I don't think he's gonna make it through these 3rd and 4th picks without, being not considered at least.
It'll definitely be a lot better, in my opinion, for Kompas Gaming. Being able to hold someone there for Skywrath Mage to unload is real nice, but on top of that, you get Sunstrikes. And if you could guarantee a Sunstrike landing, which, well, Cafeteria Fraiche, they're going to pick up a Shadow Demon, so defensive disruption is going to guarantee Sunstrikes landing. But yeah, still, Invoker with Sunstrike, packing that with the Shadow Shaman, who's hopefully going to be roaming around. It's a devastating combo for Kompas Gaming. But what do you think about the Shadow Demon? There's not much setup unless they want to pick up a Mirana as their 4th pick, which would be pretty good.
Yeah, that's I can just see a Mirana making sense there. I mean, the Shadow Demon is cool against, I don't know, Clockwork Initiation, you can stall sometime, Defensive Disruption, you already said it. The downside is, of course, Defensive Disruption means always nice, tasty Sunstrikes directly on top of it, if you want or not. Like, the Invoker just has to see it, and then timing is pretty much easy. Then again, Skywrath Mage, like if someone is already like silenced, for example, if they want to like focus the Razor and he's already silenced, and you see the next second there is going to be the Mystical Flare, so you already like hover over the Razor and then you just wait for the Mystical Flare incoming, Defensive Disruption, then it's gone and the Razor is coming back with full strength pretty much. That's some scenario where I would like to see the Shadow Demon, but overall with Invoker it has a lot of downsides. Kompas Gaming. It's really interesting. Nobody's picking up that Rasta. Like, I'm giving this hero so high value, but nobody really wants it at the moment. Elish is getting picked up on Cafeteria side right after the Morphling. But to be honest, Elish is not enough to get Morphling's Water to freeze.
Nice. Well, we saw Cafeteria Fraiche run the Lich in the last game. I believe it was Pelican handling that hero, and it worked out pretty well. He got many kills in that lane. I think Kompas Gaming probably want to get this Morphling guaranteed farm, so the lane is going to be a lot more difficult for the Lich. But yeah, I agree. Somehow Shadow Shaman snuck all the way through here, and the only Cafeteria Fraiche, they're certainly not going to pick that hero up, and well, Shadow Shaman's not going to be banned. So KPG have one more chance to pick up this hero. It would work so well for their lineup, especially now with the Morphling, who can make very good usage of the fact that a target isn't moving to just go to town, but it's actually going to be a Puck as their last pickup.
Yeah.
Who's playing support?
I don't know, it's really exotic. It's exotic on both teams. I mean, the heroes as such are not too much of a surprise, but like in what order they come and what is getting ignored on the way. Like, as I said, Arasta alone making it through here, not being banned, not being picked, this is a surprise for me. But overall, this draft, Cafeteria finding themselves in a position where they have to finish this game early. I'm talking about 30, 35 minutes. Because everything beyond is going to get very ugly. We saw a Morphling just now, and you saw at what point a Morphling then started to just take over the game. And even before we saw that, now I'm not quite sure what's coming out. I mean, they need more damage, for sure.
I think this game is actually a pretty good one for going for an OD. Your mid lane opposition is either going to be a Puck or Invoker, and both those heroes get absolutely demolished by that hero. Normally, OD is not the best pickup, since nowadays there are many non-int heroes that go towards that mid lane. But against Puck Invoker, you'll have lane dominance almost for sure in that lane. And Cafeteria, if they're going to want to win early, they need to dominate their lanes.
The problem is that the OD lost so much popularity just because he's so countered easily. That's the problem. Just one BKB on the core heroes and you just can't burst them down anymore. Like, the OD might win his lane. That is still a fact that remains. And I think every drafter still has that in mind. But overall,
fair enough. Even if BKB does counter him, Morphling usually doesn't go for that as his first item, even though this game he might. Puck's not going to get a BKB for a very long time, nor will the Invoker. So there are counters, but the way that this draft has been going, I would say it's. I really like this pick.
But there's just too many silences on him, in my opinion. We have the Skyraf Mage silencing OD, and he's pretty much out of the business. We have a puck initiation on him. We have a hookshot initiation on him, a Morphling with the burst damage. And if the silence initiation is there, then OD doesn't bring too much HP pull with him. Like even if he's the mech carrier and whatnot, like he's somewhere around, I don't know, after the laning stage ends, maybe he can offer 1.2k HP or something like that. This is no problem to burst him down at all, especially if the clockwork gets to initiation. That's the problem. Like if there's a silence, then there's no astral imprisonment defensively or offensively, and this is a big deal. So that's why I just don't feel the OD would have fit, but they're not going for it anyway. Like the Cafeteria Fraiche guys, they are on the Mirana trip. That makes sense, of course, because we were kind of riddled by the Shadow Demon pickup. KPG didn't react. They didn't ban the Mirana, so in the end it is a farming Mirana. That's definitely going to be interesting. Either way, going to introduce the guys starting here at the Radiant side. We have Gorak here on KPG playing the puck. In the mid we're going to find the Invoker here, Jet of course. Also a nice Invoker player, to be honest. Then we have Fisolo Meko on the Skyraf Mage. And the last two here in that lane going to be Goddamn on the Clockwork and Artis on the Morphling.
Cafeteria Fraiche for now going to be looking for some aggression, so I think I'm going to hold off on the introduction. If Solo Meko gets spotted, he puts into a bubble. This is him going down almost for sure. Arrow is going to land, as will the Fissure. A little bit of a stack stun, but doesn't matter. That's a very dead Skywrath Mage. A really good start for the Cafeteria Fraiche side. And let's go over who's playing what on them. We have Clinch playing the Earthshaker Black Dynamite. Going to be supporting along with him on that Shadow Demon. Baron going to be taking that primary farmer role as the Mirana. SMN is going to be handling the Razor. Looks like he's going to be heading towards the mid lane. And Lich is going to be going 1v1, him versus Gorak. I don't think I've seen this lane ever before, but I'm inclined to say it's going to be fairly even.
Yep, absolutely. But also the last set here on that hero, the first blood gold going to the right guy. That's exactly what you want, and I think this assures the fact that the Razor is gonna rush the mech very soon, and then let's see like what build he's going for, because the static link against the Invoker is not really the best thing, because he's very mobile, very fast, swift, just to get away with it. But let's see, he's gonna be the mech carrier for sure, and this is gonna secure maybe some early fighting.
I asked the question in the draft, who's going to be playing support for KPG? Looks like the answer to that is going to be a Clockwork support. You don't really need that many levels to make Clockwork a very useful hero. Really, level 1 cogs is all you need to skill up your cogs, and you get supreme value from that. Battery Assault having more is definitely nice, but you know he does have the boots as the opening item, so he's going to sacrifice a little bit of his potential tankiness in exchange for aggression if he does go for Battery Assault. If he gets in melee range, well, for now it's going to be a bubble into Fissure Mist. So the first time worked out pretty well. Second time, we're going to pretend that didn't happen.
Yeah, Mirana was far away. There was no chance for him to do anything there, and I don't know, that was just like a little brawl. To be honest, it was not even worth to use the mana, and with that level 1 rocket, he can even use it just to interrupt the clarities, which he just did, and there comes the, I think that is his third clarity. He used it, like, the first one after the first blood, then the second one after the Fissure he did right now, and this is his last one. So this is 150 gold down the drain just with clarities, and yeah, just one of them actually had a result. And with the next rocket, clarity interrupt, but still he got at least the mana back for what he needs. But look at it, Puck versus Lich. This is definitely interesting. Both doing so much harass damage on each other at the moment. Now the Puck is, yeah, he's gonna do the side pulls, but at the same time interrupting his own clarity. And I don't know, he's just managing to pull that range creep. That's not very, I don't know, not the best thing to do. Plus the Lich, full HP, and he can just harass the Puck out pretty much soon.
Yeah, Lich with the single target nuke in the Frost Blast is going to trump the Illusory Orb of the Puck just a little bit, and they're actually going to chase each other for quite a long time, although well, Pelican really wants to get this. He's going to throw the Frost Blast on the Gorak. Getting this kill is going to be a little bit difficult because there is, of course, that phase shift. But he has another Frost Blast in a couple seconds, and Gorak's completely out of mana. If Pelican doesn't lose Gorak in this Fog of War, this is going to be a kill for the Lich. And Gorak trying his best to juke, but ultimately failing. That was a kind of weak juke, but it's a kill for Lich. He chased him down and got the kill.
And I had the camera just for a split second there in the mid because also a kill happened in the Razor, but bottom, there's the arrow. The Morphling is the one to catch it, and now it's all about right clicks, but yes, he has the waveform easily over that Fissure and he's gone. But of course it's a lot of harass damage, and therefore he might even go back. Or does he? No, he's just using Tangos for now. But this is kind of dangerous. There is another Fissure, so he has to be careful. Like with 300 HP, there's a Fissure. It's just a harass Fissure more or less, but still, it's a nice start for the Cafeteria Fraiche guys here. I mean, a 3-0 in 3 minutes. That's 1 kill per minute, and I definitely like the start.
Yeah, a little bit of miscommunication is happening between Clinch and Black Dynamite. They layered their stuns in the worst possible way. Like, Mirana's arrow landed at the exact same time the Fissure landed, so you lose a lot of stun duration from that one. If they layered the stuns correctly, I want to say that the Morphling would have died there, especially since he did have that Soul Catcher applied to him. Just getting a couple more right clicks could have been the difference between killing the Morphling and letting him walk. But yeah, either way, Cafeteria Fraiche right now sitting pretty on a 3-kill advantage. Pelican's doing very well in his lane up top. SMN, 13 for 6 versus the 11 for 7. Doing pretty well versus the Invoker, although it is relatively even. The bottom lane is definitely where they have the initiative. They're calling all the shots, although RT's still getting more CS than Baron. Kind of what you would expect from a Morphling who just has more base damage.
Yep. If we summarize the entire thing, then mid gamers. Oh Jesus. Mid lane is pretty much lost. The Razor got the first blood gold. There he already had the advantage. He got the solo kill on the Volker, which is of course a bad start here on Jet. Like in the offline, the puck is permanently like under harassed. Like he even has to bring in additional salves just to keep himself on the lane, just getting the experience. Even the side pulls are gonna be contested by the Lich. And the Lich is just doing so well. Like, look at this. Just the level 3 Ice Blast is gonna take almost 50% of Puck's HP pool because it is so low. And that Lich is just owning this lane. And yeah, what happened in the tri lane? We saw that already before. Like, not just the first blood there before the game even started, even that follow-up kill. So it's just going fine at the moment. Like, this tri lane is the last bastion of KPG to make the laning stage worth something.
Gorek, I think at this point, needs to go for Tranquil Boots. Otherwise, he's just going to constantly take this Frost Blast damage. Look how aggressive Pelican is being versus that Puck. Now, the fortunate thing for Puck is that Phase Shift is going to mean that Chain Frost is going to be utterly useless. So the only way that Lich gets any more kills is that he chases him down and the Puck is out of mana, just like we saw the first kill happen. Because Chain Frost is going to be a dead skill. It's 0 chance that's actually going to land.
Yep, absolutely. Like, he really has to bait out the Phase Shift before, otherwise it definitely won't do anything. But in the mid, there might be a Fissure. Oh, the Fissure, bringing him on the right side. Now it's all about the right clicks. There's the Sun Strikes and the Cold Snap. It's just bringing him like below 50% or even a bit more, but he couldn't care less. There's still 2 bottle charges, still 4 tangos left, and that is another time Jet down in the mid. And as I said, this tri-lane here, the weird tri-lane with a support Clockwork, it just doesn't work out. I mean, so far this Clockwork only has been good for interrupting clarities. I have to be honest. I mean, that's all he achieved so far. This is really the lane where they have to make it work. The Morphling is the last hope for KPG. Otherwise, this laning stage is already a doom, more a curse of a blessing.
Well, the Rocket Flare has been, as you said, canceling the clarities, and when Cafeteria Fraiche is running such an aggressive lane with just the Shadow Demon Mirana, that in itself, if you could stop them from wanting to go for aggression, then that passively buys time for your Morphling. That being said, I don't know it's worth a complete pick of a hero in order to get that to happen, because Clockwork, aside from those clarity cancels, has done literally nothing this entire game. To be fair, Fiesel and Meko hasn't been doing much of anything either on that Skywrath Mage, because Cafeteria Fraiche, they're, again, calling all the shots with this initiation that they have. And speaking of calling shots, 2 heroes smoked up, Black Dynamite and Clinch, looking for blood, possibly on Jet. He has phase boots, and Razor does not, so the movement speed advantage should be in Invoker's favor.
Yeah, the Fissure, how that Fissure lands is very, very important. Or you could start the static link and then go for the disruption, but the Shadow Demon is the one coming from the side, but there's also a Clockwork, so Clockwork, oh god, he's found now. There's even a Soul Catcher on him, and now the damage. Perfect Fissure, again, the last right click, not even needed. Now they just try it on the Razor. There's the Sunstrike with the seal on top of it, but still, he's not going down. Now Chet, really, really low. He gotta go back because there's still Clinch with the next enchant totem that would have been even close on that Volker, but oh, Skywrath Mage. Looking for for nothing, but in the background there's Gorek, but now Razor, you don't want to break that link. No, you don't. But Puck is still on the side, still, I don't know, waiting, but he can't really do anything. A level 3 orb, not even that would kill the Razor at the moment. He's just too tanky for that end. Skywrath Mage, That's an awkward position where you're at. Look at this Fissure, but unfortunately it doesn't block entirely, but look at it. If he goes there, oh, there's a Sunstrike on something. I don't know where that Sunstrike was, but yeah, he's going down. The Razor is going to get that kill. He had no choice whatsoever. In the end, he was just slowed 6-0.
Very
where was that
fortunate
Sunstrike,
series.
by the way?
Yeah, I don't know where that last Sunstrike went, but a very fortunate series of events for Cafeteria Fraiche. SMN got his bottle redelivered to him from the courier as soon as Puck was coming in, so although Puck did land a really good coil onto 2, he couldn't afford to jump in, seeing as though Razor would have just been able to bottle through, and Puck would have then, at that point, would have taken just so much damage. So a 0-6 lead now for Cafeteria Fraiche. Lich up on top lane has his own Tranquil Boots, and, well, he's up against now 2 heroes. But Chain Frost does get a little bit better in this scenario, plus level 4 Frost Blast. If they want to go for this Lich, they're going to have to be very, very careful.
I wonder what this Lich is going for. At the moment, he has a Ring of Region. Is he gonna be the mech carrier? Because we see face puts at the moment coming out here, Razor, plus a full Magic 1, still 500 gold on top of it. So I'm actually curious. So the Razor is not gonna be the mech carrier in the end.
He went for mech last game. Pelican was holding the mech, so wouldn't put it past him to do it again.
That's actually quite surprising. I thought maybe on the Razor it's not even that bad of a choice. Because armor, HPS, some stats would have been nice, but oh, there's a stun here on the Skywrath Mage. Do they have an arrow? The arrow would be ready if they want to, and there's the disruption. That's an easy setup. Arrow is gonna land, and even the neutral's gonna help there. Nah, they're just helping. Easy.
It always looks like they're helping until they steal your kill, but
sure.
Yeah, the threat of an arrow certainly being a lot more useful, or almost a lot more useful for a good part of that engagement than the arrow itself. Because the Skywrath Mage was trying to juke out an arrow, which means he wasn't running away from the Shadow Demon, which is coming from the south. Pelican is going to get engaged upon by Gorak. He has a Chain Frost, and soon it's going to be its time to shine. Gorak's going to throw the orb. Goddamn's going to get in real nice and close to Pelican. They have to respect the Chain Frost. Silence onto the Lich, no Mystic Flare, but it looks like it doesn't matter. Clockwork with level 1 Battery Assault plus right clicks. He's going to be able to secure the kill on the Lich. In the meantime, bottom lane, looks like they did manage to secure the kill on the Morphling. Just using that Fissure setup with the Disruption, Soulcatcher, Arrow, Starstorm.
And this is a much better trade. Even though this is KPG's first kill, it is a 1,000 times better trade, because as I said, KPG, the only thing so far that went right in this game, in this 10 minutes, is the farm on the Morphling. The Morphling is the second in net worth with 3.2k, but the Razor, it's not even funny. He's 1.2k ahead of the safe lane farmer here for KPG, and now that safe lane farmer even went down, which also means some pressure on a tower, while Razor also already did some pressure in the mid. He is in an invisibility rune, and all they need is now a nice setup. Black Dynamite is already there, mana is ready. Yeah, he has enough mana for the setup, and there is the Earthshaker coming in as well. It is daytime. Wait, we actually have to check here. Wait. If you check...
I think they see him.
They see them. Yes, they see them. They should see Black Dynamite here, because it's daytime, and that observer board is giving the vision here in the side. So if you look at it, even at both shadows, they see them, which means Jet, he has to go fast to the left, otherwise he's gonna die again.
Well, he doesn't know that the Razor's there invisible, I don't think, because none of the, unless he saw the Razor eat that rune from his bottle, none of the rune spots are warded by KPG. But also, going back to that Morphling kill, that was a huge one. Not only are they killing the core farmer, as you said, the last bastion of hope for KPG's laning stage, but Morphling's also going to be going for a Hand of Midas. So slowing that item down is so very important. It's already 10, almost 11 minutes in, and he's still quite a ways away until he gets that item. It's going to be a very, very slow Midas. That means that Cafeteria Fraiche have that much more time to do whatever they want, seeing as though the Morphling is going to get online a lot later.
Yep, it's just not going well, and on top of that, I'm just showing you guys the crafts. We are 11 minutes in and just encountering like a small delay now. A reason wasn't even given, it was just like paused, offline, and that's it. Either way, experience craft, we are heading towards the 4k mark here in experience. That is quite something. Obviously, with 7 kills ahead, first blood and everything, this is, easy to be explained. Gold-wise, we're about the same, a bit less, of course, 2.2. I guess that's it, but also 7 kills, and the problem is, if you look at the tier 1 towers and their HP value at the moment, like, the mid tower wasn't even touched once, not by a single creep, bottom just a bit, but I don't know, like, we have a huge gold swing to Crane Fresh here just by the fact that they gonna get tier 1 mid very soon. Tier 1 bottom is pretty much the same. The Mirana here could push if she wanted to, but let's see. Oh, there's a bottom ulti. This was all to save the Lich actually.
Or is it to save the Lich? Pelican's going back in. He's going to throw the Chain Frost. If it bounces a single time back to feet, it will kill him off, but it won't. But a long-range Plasma Field from the Razor will secure that kill, and well, it's a free kill for the Cafeteria Fraiche side. I mentioned the Morphling was going for Hand of Midas. The Invoker as well is going to be going for the Midas. A little bit more standard on the Invoker, but still, they're going to delay their effective fighting times very, very late with these farming item pickups. It's a really, really risky game that KPG are playing right now. They're going to go for top lane. There's a Dream Coil onto 2. Pelican does not have a Chain Frost this time. He'll be blown up in an instant. SMN going to try to steal some damage from the Skywrath, but Skywrath isn't going to be hitting him. He's going to turn around and try to go for RTs and or Puck. SMN still very much still alive. He's going to whip down that Morphling and then look for the Puck. Not going to happen. In the meantime, the bottom lane looks like Goddamn tried to get a tower deny, but ended up getting caught. I wasn't able to catch that one, but a couple of kills for Cafeteria Fraiche. As only their Lich goes down, it's only a Lich. He's well on his way to his mech. That's perfectly acceptable.
Yeah, this is a 1 for 2 plus a tower on top of it. Definitely not a good trade for Kompas Gaming. This game is just going further and further away. And now with the Morphling dying again, he even lost his spot like as a second farmer. Mirana took the entire thing now. I think he got even a last hit on the tower if I'm not mistaken. No, never mind. But he gets the last hit on this one. It's a deny. That's even worse for KBG. Like they're craving for gold, for experience, for everything that just keeps them in the game. But like now with that tower deny, it's even less of gold coming in their pockets. And I don't know, like how do they plan to make this? Now finally the clockwork. That's the biggest problem I have at the moment with this game, the clockwork. The role of the clockwork. Like being played as a tri-lane support hero. Like he's level 4, now level 5 because he gets some solo seconds here. But in the end, oh, the Puck. In pursuit. The Dream Call just used defensively, but maybe the Razor? No. He's not gonna do anything. Oh, the right clicks? No. Nothing's coming there.
Fissure onto Fee. They're gonna be able to secure him with an Echo Slam as well. Arrow will unfortunately miss because Skywrath Mage is already dead. Forcing out that Dream Coil, that in itself is a win, because SMN literally spent nothing in order to draw that spell out from the Puck. And you're right, the Clockwork hasn't really been doing much of anything. Cogs at level 1 is fine, but he's maxed out in the Rocket Flare. Even if he does get to level 6, it's just going to be a stun, because he can't actually get any kills off of the hook shot, because he doesn't have any battery assault. So Goddamn is going to be fairly useless moving forward, though fortunately for KPG, they finally have their double Hands of Midases up. But still, if CF just continue to play super aggressive as they have been, look for these kills, like they're looking for a kill right now on the Morphling, then they'll be able to accrue such an advantage that Hand of Midas is going to be largely irrelevant.
Yeah, I mean, it's to catch up at all. There's the disruption, soul catch on the Morphling. There's even the Urn charge on him. That's very optimistic. There's an arrow looking for him, and maybe with that slow, maybe the TP. Oh, the arrow a bit off target there. That would have been beautiful, just stunning him there. That would have been a perfect setup, but no, Morphling is getting out of this. But yeah, back to the clockwork. Like usually, when do we see clockworks going like out of their offlane and then coming in with a hook shot? That's what, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, something like that. This clockwork, we are 40 minutes in. He is just about on the brink of dinging that. Like one more creep. There we go. So yeah, congratulations. There it is. First hook shot and first Mystic Flare on top of it. But look at how tanky he is. Even the Stun Strike now needed to kill that Lich off. Jesus Christ, this is some commitment just to kill one Lich. But in the end they get that kill. It's worth 300. And that was perfect timing. That was 1 second engage. Like 1 second after he dinged level 6 he engaged with that hook shot.
At the same time, it was pretty perfect timing for the Lich, because right before that happened, he bought up his completed mech. So he did not lose much gold from that at all. So if you're going to have a Lich die, you would want that to be the timing. Earthshaker, though, going to be jumped upon. He's going to try TP out. Sunstrike will secure the kill on him. As KPG, well, they have their Hands of Midas, and that means they want to fight. It doesn't make much sense to me, but they're getting some pretty good ones. 4-13 now, as they get a tier 1 tower for free, plus a couple kills up on top lane. Not bad.
Yep, I mean, this is exactly what they need. They need pretty much everything, so they shouldn't settle with everything. You don't need to go for the crazy plays. Just getting a kill here and there while your Midases are starting to tick. That's exactly what they need. And the Cafeteria guys here, the Fraiche guys, I don't know, since they had all this lead and before the Lich died, they stopped kind of showing interest in initiative in pushing. But I think this is a mistake. I think they should show some sort of initiative. And now the puck here top is invisible. He could land if he wants to, like a nice triple Dream Coil. But oh, do they want to go for it? No, just the Force Spirits are getting downed pretty much. Some nice CS and the puck just saying hello with it, with the orb, even getting a CS there casually. But that's pretty much it.
Gorik's about 100 gold away from his Blink Dagger. He really doesn't want to fight until that Blink Dagger is up, because if he dies, that would be pretty disastrous. But it looks like CF, they're not going to give Puck any time to get those last hits. They're going to go straight for the top tier 1 tower, and I think KPG can mount a defense here, though, well, Puck has a Blink Dagger, we'll buy it up, so he's not in any danger of losing any gold now. CF, they need to take a pretty good team fight. Mech is up on Lich. BKB, though, up on Razor. That's going to be the most terrifying item. They have to, KPG, lock down this Razor and take him out really quickly. Otherwise, just going to go to town on them with level 2 Eye of the Storm, level 4 Stackling. He's going to get hookshot right off the bat. Sunstrike will do absolutely nothing. Goddamn's dropping like a rock. He's going to go down first. Is there anyone else? SMN had the BKB forced out. He's going to look for anyone he can get his hands on. But in the end, it's just the Sacrificial Lamb and the Clockwork, forcing out the 10-second BKB. They lose a top tier 1 tower, but it could have gone a lot worse for them, honestly.
Yeah, it's a tier 1 trade plus a Clockwork kill, but now there's a Silence and a Mystic Flare already on the Earthshaker. There's the Chain Thrust flying, but this one won't bounce, but he doesn't even need it. Like, who needs a bounce when you can just finish him off then in the end? So make that a 2-for-2 trade with also a tower trade, so it's actually quite equal. But if we take in consideration that the Morphling already did damage to the tier 2 tower, it was actually quite a interesting trade for KPG.
Arrow once again almost going to clip the Morphling as he tries to teleport his way out of there. He's sitting on 2,500 gold. He could pick up a... Oh, it looks like it's going to be a Yasha. I was going to say Ultimate Orb, but it looks like Yasha is going to be the selection this particular game. Wants to get that Manta split in order to... Well, I don't really think Manta's the greatest item in this particular game. But regardless, he is going to go for the Yasha, get himself a little bit more agility. But it's a tier 1 tower, and as you said, Morphling not having any part in that top lane fight, really no one having any part in the top lane fight, aside from the Clockwork, who somehow has managed to find enough gold to pick himself up a Blade Mail. So it doesn't really matter if he's low level or poor or anything like that, because Blade Mail is always, or most of the time, going to provide you some really serious value.
Yep, definitely. In 80 minutes, still a nice advantage for the guys here. What the hell? I did not see this one coming. Top. That was again the combination against that poor Lich. But that was so fast, too fast to cast. But maybe we have some sort of counter measures here because they're smoked up. That's what I was looking at with the camera. And now let's see, that Fissure maybe holding Jet in place so that the Mirana can land something. Oh, there it is. Yes, but only the poison. Oh, nice one. The Force Stuff is actually coming out, but the arrow is already there. He's going down, and that means maybe the opening to push here the tier 2 tower. Then again, look at the Morphling. He's chipping away that bottom tier 2, but now there are the rotations. The double rotations. There is a Fissure slowing him. Now there's even the Replicate here, but it's only the Earthshaker. Now the Razor says like, okay, we gotta get his Replicate down first. He's TPing mid, and that's pretty much it. So tower defended, but then again also Gorak here pushing, but there's the Lich, and you wanna go there, blinking out and also TPing. So KPG, they're running low on TP scrolls pretty much soon if they keep this up.
That would be insane if TP scrolls could run out of stock. That would change the game so much. But
yeah,
Morphling as well as Puck, very, very elusive heroes that ordinarily you wouldn't say, oh, these heroes are going to be split pushing. Morphling you would, Puck not so much. They're split pushing the hell out of CF. They're not finding any space to do what they want because they have to constantly teleport back and defend their tier 2 towers. They can't even get these kills because Puck is so elusive and Morphling is so survivable. This is buying KPG a lot of time, and time means a lot for them because they do have those double Midases that are ticking away.
There's also like the downside of Cafeteria not being fast in pushing themselves. Like, I mean, the Mirana going for like the Yasha instead of like a Maelstrom rush as we see it like for the majority of the Miranas at the moment. This is also not helping. With the Maelstrom, at least you would be faster pushing out lanes, maybe even solo pushing them. So just to apply some pressure on KPG, but at the moment KPG managed to... Oh, top. There's the hook shot.
Yeah. Lich is really, really dead. That setup from Clockwork is pretty solid. Being able to guarantee a Sunstrike as well as a Mystic Flare and I don't think there's anyone on Cafeteria Fraiche who could survive that type of damage. Lich is probably the one who, or maybe Shadow Demon if he's not silenced, he could disrupt himself, but that's about it. In the meantime, bottom lane, Jet and Morphling going to be doing some split pushing of their own, so Cafeteria Fraiche, they lose heroes. They're getting just picked apart. It feels like at this point, Kompas Gaming just have more heroes on the map.
Yep, absolutely. It feels like they have the advantage, but the truth is, like, so far we were thinking that Cafeteria should be the one with the momentum, the one like taking the initiative in their hand, like taking Roshan, going for more kills, going push, capitalizing on something, but no, they're just passive. Like the Razor just, I don't know, like it just doesn't work out at the moment. 22 minutes and Cafeteria, they lost so much of their advantage they used to have. Like, I'm showing the graphs right now, and there we have it, from 5k almost down to just 1k left in experience. So Kompas Gaming making huge steps forward again, and look at the graphs. Like, we were beyond the 4k mark already, almost 5k here, just 10 minutes ago pretty much, and since then the graph is just going downhills for Cafeteria. Kompas Gaming with the 2 Midases, with all the towers going down, with the split push, and with all these little pickoffs here and there. Like those 100% kills with the
Bottom
Mystic
lane.
Flare and whatnot, and oh no, bottom lane, yep, there's the hook shot. And again, the same combination, it's just a Sunstrike, but it is enough with all the damage around it. But yeah, this craft now brought them eventually on the side of KPG as well.
I don't know how they keep on finding only the Lich with that combo. Like, literally no one else has got hit with that combination. Black Dynamite though in a little bit of trouble. He's gonna a Mystic Flare dropped on him. He's still alive, pretty tanky though. Another Arcane Bolt will kill him off. The Skywrath Mage is unfortunately out of mana. And KPG, they are just getting all these pickoffs. Cafeteria Fraiche, they do have a lineup that would be pretty friendly to getting solo picks and fighting skirmish fights, but they're just not finding them. They're, whether it's just by the movement of their supports or what, they are constantly getting outmaneuvered by the KPG side. And again, Invoker's getting bigger. He's going to be going for Necro units, so the split push is going to be even more intense. And Morphling now with a Manta style, so his split pushing is going to be more intense as well. Cafeteria Fraiche, it feels like they're just being squeezed. They're just running out of time, they're running out of space, and they're running out of air.
Yep, absolutely. 23 minutes into the game here. Like the scoreboard looks like CF is having a good game, but the truth is they're not. But now Arrow actually found the clockwork here. Double Star Storm already there, and now just hookshot out. Does he get away with this? Is there still a leap? No, he used to leap before that, so that clockwork might survive. But there's a Razor Plasma Field. He's not using it. He's going to Roshan, and on the way back of the Plasma Field, this is then a kill. It's too bad. This time I think he should have tried to TP out. That would have been the more secure way, like in those trees here, somewhere here, trying to TP. That might have been the solution, but yeah, in the end, at least they finally get a kill. I think this is the first time we've seen a kill again. No, they got the Invoker kill, but still, that was also like about 5 minutes ago. So CF finally doing something, but oh, bottom lane, what's going on there?
Gorek's going to try to make some friends in the Ancient camp. He's going to try to blink away straight after, but the Ancients are not going to give him that friendly release of death. And that's going to drop the puck. In the meantime, the Earthshaker stalking out the Morphling. He does have a replicate though. Where is he now? All the way back to the mid lane. But the Earthshaker was actually being focused by, I think, 3 Sunstrikes and a couple of Rocket players. Like, he was trying to get back to the base, and KPG spent so much time trying to snipe off that Earthshaker. I was watching it the entire time. It was hilarious to me. But they get a pick off on the puck. The Razor is really, truly big right now. He has Aghanims as well as BKB, but getting that push off is just so difficult because they're going up against all this split push. Top lane, It's pushing, and CF, they need to defend this tower.
Forge Spirits to there, and oh, there's actually an arrow flying in the Morphling. He was too confident with that haste run. Now strengthening. Strength Morph will help you, or will it? Now, that was a bad wave, but he has a TP and it's just out. I don't know why even he hesitated with it. I think it was mana reasons, because he was really low. But yeah, he's getting out of there. And that's kind of the problem. I don't know how many times we saw now someone just TPing out because there is no interrupt by, like, the Fissure. But oh, the hookshot here, plus the Sunstrike. Actually, the Cock's pushing him out of it now. There's the Fissure, and Dynamite is still in the race, but no Mystic Flare for now. Again, no interrupts. Yes. The Chain Frost was there, and this is, yep, I definitely love it, but there's a long arrow flying. No, this one not hitting. Fissure, still 2 seconds. There's the slow on the Razor. There's no way they can keep up with him. This Fissure just fishing blindly for that stun, but it just didn't land. Maybe now they can do something on tier 2, but look at top. Again, we have Jet here, already split pushing. The Morphling is already bottom. Like, it's just Yep, they're using that time really efficiently, Kompas Gaming.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Razor, he used his Eye of the Storm way before he was close to the tower, so he only got a couple of lightning strikes on that tower. They'll take it down as they do get a small window of opportunity, but it's denied by the puck.
Nice one.
Top lane.
And hookshot, I say, Dream Call here onto, but only on the 2 supports and without any follow-up. Now, is that really just for, I don't know, shit and giggles, or like trying to replicate the $1 million Dream Call? I don't know what that was, but they still have some time, and that's it. So the Morphling gets the first damage done on the high ground tier 3, and in the meantime, Jet, well, he got that tower to about 530, but to be honest, like, this really didn't feel too good, because I thought Jet is actually gonna trade that tower, maybe, but oh, there is a Sunstrike trying to hit the Marana, but nope, he's just moving, he's strafing nicely, therefore, no way.
Well, the clockwork is around. If they are really quick with their combo, they could burst down the Marana, and hopefully before she gets her leap off. It's hard to do, near impossible, but they have to Sunstrike beforehand and then hookshot in for the stun.
But you saw what happened in the mid, right? There was a Sunstrike before the Cogs, and when the Cogs positioning came out, it was actually pushing the Shadow Demon out of the way of the Sunstrike, so it didn't hit. That's the problem about the Cogs, the Sunstrike being before the Cogs there.
I guess that answers the question of why Lich is always the target, because he doesn't have anything to kind of avoid that. Though he will have the Force Staff in just a little bit, so hopefully for Lich's sake, he'll be able to dodge that combination from here on out. But Artees is going to secure the tower and then replicate. Where has he gone? All the way real deep back towards his base up on top lane. Free tower for the Morphling, and CF, once again, they're being pulled apart.
Oh well, it's... I don't know, like we have all outer towers down, like on the team where I didn't expect it, or where I expected it the least, but there was an arrow fishing here for that clockwork, but now there's some right click, silence and slow, but he doesn't want to commit to this. So actually Sunstrike, just a tiny bit off target, but in the meantime, Razor's godlike, dropping to a double damaged puck with Necros. I think he killed him. Did he kill him on the Necro? Because the red Necro warrior, like I don't know, saw the last glimpse, but in the mid we have a fight here going on. There's... wow, Jet is going down. At least that is happening.
It was just Fisher initiation onto the Invoker and then beat down from there on out. But yeah,
I wanted to find out what happened to the puck, to the Razor there, because I think he activated his Said Eye of the Storm and killed a level 2 Necro unit, and that pretty much tipped him over there. That is the only explanation how he can die to that puck.
Yeah, a Razor with Aghanims and BKB should never ever die to a puck solo unless something disastrous like that happens. Double damage, I'm sure, helping out a little bit, but Razor actually also popped off the BKB in order to survive that, and he died. So Puck got a huge pick-off there, and well, no one really expected it.
1,362 gold, just like that. A Puck who had a horrible laning stage, and they go for Necrobox. This is also a very interesting pick-off, an offlane Puck for Necrobook. I guess they just wanna, I don't know, reinforce that pushing, which is already like going on right now. I mean, we have the Manta pushes coming out, now we have the Morphling just coming in and out all the time, out of all lanes. Now Necro units as well as Force Spirits. Yeah, I think we finally found out what KPG is planning for this game. But now, oh, there was a smoke, and they find the Clockwork. Has he anything to hook on? No. He's just getting the arrow in his face, and the rest is just about the right clicks. Pure formality. But, oh, nice fishing here.
They're going to catch Jet with the Fissure. Gorak going to jump right in onto Clinch, pop off his Necro units. The Purge onto Gorak will slow him down a little bit. Clinch, though, getting focused by these Necro units, might go down, especially since he snaps the coil. This could be bad for him. It's going to be real close. Sunstrike now will miss onto Baron. Way forward, though. Morphling's going to secure the kill onto Earthshaker. Now they're going to turn their attention over to Baron, who's going to get clipped just barely by that Illusory Orb. SMN in the front lines, finally, though, is exactly where he needs to be. Has another Plasma Field shortly, but Invoker, with the movement speed that he has, going to slip away. SMN now completely surrounded by enemies. He's going to pop the BKB and try to fight it out. He's taking a lot of damage. Chainfrost now onto Artees, but it's going to bounce all the way back away from all the enemies. Unfortunately, that's the risk you take when you're running a Lich. Chainfrost sometimes just doesn't work out, and SMN might be in a little trouble because Gorak wants more. Illusory Orb going to fly, as will the Rocket Flare, though the Rocket Flare will miss. Looks like that's going to be the end of that. No, Sunstrike!
Nice one.
Right on target.
So much harass damage all the time. Rocket was flying after him, like even that rocket would have hit. Sunstrike landing, the orb just got him exactly below the threshold of the Sunstrike. Beautifully done. KPG with just superior movement in those fights. Like it was very awkward to watch, but let's see. I mean, they can definitely defend the tier 2 tower here, but still with the Razor first losing his godlike, now going down again. Like he was the anchor pretty much of Cafeteria Fraiche here, because they were the only one who has superior farm. But now look how it is. Like it melted. Like it's only 1.2k left of that farm. That's originally what he had in the laning stage already. And right after that comes Jet, that comes Morph, and even the Puck with its horrible start. It's not even. I can't even believe that this is the same Puck that had such a horrible laning. Now look at these Necro Free units. Everything here on Black Dynamite, but oh, there's Clockwork. No, they just want to get him low for exactly that.
Get an orb snap onto Pelican. Sunstrike will be on the mark. Necro units shouldn't be able to secure the kill on this Lich, but that's 6 points in Necro units just chasing back Cafeteria. And, well, KPG, they spend a couple cooldowns of their books, but that's about it. I mean, that was really safe for them to do. Also, taking a quick look at the Puck, he has a Hyperstone. I've never actually seen a Puck with a Hyperstone before. Usually it's Shiva's if you're planning on going for an armor item. Mjolnir, maybe if he wants to split push a little bit more. I'm thinking AC though. It's kind of an unorthodox item for Puck.
For split pushing, you already have like Waning Rift and Orb. With that, you can pretty much take out an entire creep wave, and there's a relatively low cooldown between the creep waves. There's always 30 seconds. If you take the time away that it takes the creeps to move forward, like you have approximately 11 seconds between each creep wave if you move directly with a 350 average movement speed. So you don't need a Maelstrom to push anything here. So it has to be AC. At least that's what I think, but why would you go for a Hyperstone first?
I don't know, he's feeling rich. Gorik gonna jump forward for a lot of damage onto Baron. There's a jump forward from Goddamn. Gonna catch SMN, but the BKB will save him from all that Mystic Flare damage. He's now gonna try to steal the damage and kill off the Clockwork. They're gonna turn around, but again, the BKB being forced out from the Razor, and it's only on the Clockwork. He's gonna get put into a bubble, and they'll actually kill off the melee Necro unit, so that was pretty smooth by them. But they're out of Eye of the Storm. Now the shotgun onto Mirana. Deafening Blast is gonna push back SMN. Now Chain Frost, but Morphling will get dropped and then bounce it back to Jet. No more True Sight in this area, but CF, their Razor is so weak. Fee is in the back end, will kill off the Razor with one more Arcane Bolt, and he's now going to get worked down by the Lich, although the damage is just not going to be there. Pelican is going to try to retreat. Dynamite is here to potentially help, but the Coil is there, and Pelican is going to have that one snapped immediately. Puck going to jump forward, and I don't think he's going to let this Lich go anytime soon. KPG take a very convincing fight here as Pelican is just desperately trying to escape, but it's hopeless. Unless he has the sickest jukes of all time. Come on, sick jukes.
This is so sad to watch. The two Necro units, I mean, they have a 381 movement speed, so it's really hard to get away with the Lich, especially because he has Tranquil Boots, which means he doesn't have a fixed MS. He would be faster if the Tranquil Boots were off. The problem is that it's daytime, and the ranged Necro Warrior all the time had pretty much, like, at least here and there, like, chipping away and getting those Tranquil Boots inactive, and that brings him down with the movement speed below the Necro movement speed. That's the downside of it, of course.
They're going to go for Roshan. Ron is going to get hookshot, however, and the Mystic Flare. No cogs needed, perhaps. He's going to Manta Split out and leap away. Sunstrike, let's see it. Let's see it. Oh, a little bit off. But the bolts will be enough. And Shadow Demon messes up.
What the hell, Shadow Demon?
He misses.
What are you doing? Why did you just... He really wanted to I don't know. I thought he was in range to disrupt the Mirana, but in the end he double tapped it, I guess, and then just cast it on himself. That was a huge mistake. That was literally a decision that, or like a mistake that was about life or death. In this case, death.
That could have easily saved the Mirana for at least a couple more seconds. They're going to secure the Roshan, and that maybe look towards mid lane. Morphling packing that shotgun is looking to take heads wherever he can. Razor's really pretty much the only one who's not a viable shotgun kill, but They have Manta-style illusions. They have an army in their pocket at all times. Tower's going to drop, and Morphling coming around the side. Black Dynamite is going to get shotgun for sure. There it is. Instantly killed him off. This player was dropped. Gorak going to jump forward for a kill onto that Earthshaker as well. Pelican now trapped in the cogs. RT's going to go to town. Goddamn. We'll get Chain Frost. Speed Solomiko going to take that one away. RT's going to get tagged with an arrow though. Starstorm won't kill him off, but the secondary arrow will. That's only the Aegis, however. In the meantime, SMN is going to get hit with the Meteor and Deafening Blast. And Gorak's right-click damage with that Hyperstone, making it so high, is going to be able to secure the kill on the Razor. And now mid lane looking very wide open as CF. They are pretty much without anything else to defend.
Yep, there's just the armor, of course, slowing it down a bit, but there's no cliff available yet. Oh, nice arrow here on the Skywrath Mage. Actually, they might get him, but no, the shotgun is preventing the Lich from casting that boss blast. But now the Razor's coming in. He bought back, and now, oh, there's Static Link, but he interrupts himself. There's no arrow, no nothing. The Puck is even there. Oh, the Mirana ultimate used. Is there a blink right after the Puck? Yes, he actually managed to blink out. Is there anything else they can chase? No. This is, okay, just the Necro units used for the vision, but that's pretty much it.
RT's got tagged with an arrow, but I don't think there's any more follow-up. Yeah, they need a lot more damage to kill off this Morphling. But once again, CF, they just get outmaneuvered. Like you would expect with a buyback from the Razor like that, they would have been able to secure something, get a kill somewhere. But KPG, they are just using their Force Staves correctly, using the survivability and inherent mobility of their heroes. They're staying alive. They get a free tier 3 tower after a really good team fight. Not much damage onto these Raxes. It all went to the melee Rax, which will soon regenerate up. But it's not a terribly huge deal, because Assault Cuirass is actually completed on the Puck.
Yep. It's pretty interesting. A Necro AC Puck. So the Puck is really the utility hero. All he has to do is we come in, we give auras, we give initiation, our ultimate, Necro units for push or for the fights, and of course the AC buff. And since he's anyway like a, I don't know, a very elusive hero, I guess he can provide that aura for most of the time. Then again, well, it's all for the sake of the Morphling, I guess.
Also, that physical protection is really good against an Aghanim to Eye of the Storm, which does physical and does reduce armor. Gorak, though, a little bit of an awkward position, but it's going to be RTs on the bottom lane. We'll secure a free tier 3 tower for the KPG side. And CF, I think they're at desperation mode right now. They're going to pop the Eye of the Storm, and they're going to look for a set of Raxes of their own. The Eye of the Storm going to slowly work it down. Gorak going to jump forward for a silence. SMN already has his BKB Force Stab. Going to start to steal damage from Jet, but the Force Stab will snap that one immediately off. Shotgun on the side. RTs can't secure the kill Mirana. There's the Echo Slam. Only onto Jet, however. They will be able to bring this Invoker down slowly but surely. Mystic Player does get dropped as well. Jet somehow surviving as he pops the BKB. Earthshaker will go down, and CF get completely wiped.
Yes.
KPG.
This has to be GG.
Out in a decisive fight.
Absolutely crazy. I mean, split push. Like, this was a 5-on-4. The Morphling just joined in there when, like, everything was gone already. Like, the Invoker right clicks plus the tower bringing down the Razor after his BKB. Razor, like, panic mode with the BKB. They tried their best. They had an amazing early game, but Kompas Gaming 2 minuses and just holding back. And Cafeteria just not pushing. That's how you win a game, or rather how you lose a game in that case. Either way, Kompas Gaming 1-0, but it's a 2-game series, guys, so hang in there. We are coming back for game number 2 in about 5 minutes. Hefla just needs to smoke. Either way, so yeah, we're back.
GG.